All day life, yeah, all night life, what? Whole squad life, yeah, in the field life, yeah, all day life, yeah, all night life, yeah, whole squad life, yeah, in the field. Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. This is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched. Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. Come on. Go. Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. Reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet of what he knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come I need rest? No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Hey.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Coach, thanks. We are about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready? We're ready. Mark 49. Got you, boy. I got you.
Now Joe Mixon. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage, calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. On second down, here's Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Wait. 57's the mark. Mark 57. Check tight.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Monday. Hey, Echo. Mike 52.
Now it's Stafford. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Gordon on first down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
He goes, tap! 280! 52's the mic. It's been a long day for you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Back to Mixon on first down. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down now. Mixon, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 19-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Watch the safety creep.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Big stop, let's go.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I'm on. Check. Hey, 50. 53. Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford, he's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43.
60. Here we go, D.
Now a first down throw. Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, give me radar. 59.
From the 50, it's Stafford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot, Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you...
They've got his man complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Chargers 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, Stafford here. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
General West.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hurry!
On 1st down, it's Stafford. It's Williams on the catch. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
He's checking. Zebra.
To the air again, Stafford. He's got Allen.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
52's the mark, boy. 52. Hey, Delta.
Stafford looks to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Easy. Check 43. Watch out.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now Stafford sets up the screen to Gordon. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Get your swerve on.
On 3rd down, Stafford, open man, it's Allen. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
X3, 218, chop.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. If you're going to run it, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
Alert 11, 11. Alert 3. Deuce.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? So that one will be accepted.
Let's go. Let's do it. Ready.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, 54.
A shotgun snap for Stanford. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
50. 6-6, pull it high. Hurry!
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
At 80, 0. Topper!
A gain of 2. Makes it 3rd
50. 5.
From the 50, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Mixon. Room to run again. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Jameis to throw it. He finds his target, Fuller. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one. Switch.
So that'll back him up 5.
Keep playing hard.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Check.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready, blue lady. Here we go, D. Here I come. Let's go.
Winston now from the 50. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
No. Easy.
On first down, Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. He's got his man, Boyd. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
From the gun, Winston. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They'll run on first down. Nixon down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's in motion.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, 30 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. To throw again. Stafford. And this is complete. It's Allen. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. First and goal.
Recon, 132 fighters. Middle. First and goal.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Jameis now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Winston going deep downfield and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Stafford, a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Nixon will try the right side. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Again, it's Mixon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, check 24, watch 24. Come on. Come. He's coming. We got double up. Easy.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Stafford now to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Stafford. He gives it to Cooks. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 23. On first down, Stafford here. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So holding everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Under 10, 10. Green, triple team. Check 99. Check. Lucky. Let's go. 5-0.
Winston here to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal.
Check 52's the mark. Check 52's the mark.
Stafford now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. He'll look to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And all that worked, but he stopped. Where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Let him know.
Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. On third down, Winston. Oh, and it's intercepted. 45